So this is our first live stream from our website, so welcome. So coming into a comfortable seat, just let the spine get tall. Like imagine you have a string pulling the head up. You want the spine aligned over your hips, chins parallel with the earth. Hands can be down or up, whichever you prefer. And just begin to close the eyes. And just begin noticing your breath. Don't try to change the breath. Just see if you can allow the breath to breathe you. Maybe you notice that it's hard not to interfere with our breath. But just see if you can. Feeling the cool air as it comes in through the nose. We're trying to stay with the breath. Releasing judgment of ourselves, of our busy minds. And then bring your awareness to the top of your head, to your crown. And just notice any sensations there, maybe heat, maybe tingling, maybe nothing. Just continuing to breathe deeply. Bring the awareness to your face. Let the eyes get heavy. Just allow them to almost rest back in the sockets. Relaxing the jaw. Releasing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Breathe deeply into the throat, into both shoulders, maybe allowing them to roll and drop down away from the ears one more time. Breathing into the back. See if you can allow the back to feel more spacious. Sweep the awareness down both arms into your hands. And just bring your mind and awareness to both hands. Maybe you notice heat, tingling, blood flow in the hands. It's where all our nerves begin. Breathe deep into the belly. Notice your sit bones where they're connected to the floor, the mat. Feel yourself grounded to the earth. Sweep your awareness down both legs, thighs, knees, down into the toes. Take 3 more deep belly breaths, just sensing the awareness of your whole physical body all at once. Just allowing your mind to be in this present moment. It's the only space we are alive. It's the only place where life happens, not in our past, not in the future, right here, right now. Slowly begin to dip the chin. We'll start with a few neck circles. Just begin turning the chin to the left. And then bring it up as if you're drawing circles with the chin. We're going to take 3 neck circles in this direction, making sure you're breathing. once your chin comes toward the chest for the third round, we're going to switch. Just gently begin circling the chin to the right. Loosening up the neck, that's where we hold most of our tension. The neck and shoulders, and then just dip the chin back after your third one to the right, bringing the hands out to the mat. And as you inhale, we're going to reach the arms up and overhead, looking up. Exhale, we're going to press the air away. Inhale, reach up, look up. Breathing deep into the belly. Exhale, press the air away. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press the air away. Bring your left forearm down to the mat. And as you inhale, you're going to reach that right arm up and over, almost over that right ear, and kind of gaze up at the ceiling. Feel that side body stretch. And as you exhale, we're going to flow to the other side. Beginning with some gentle movements. Glance up at the ceiling. One more round, making sure you're breathing. Just allowing yourself to unwind and arrive here. And then coming back, we're going to move to our first shape, which is legs up the wall. So I'm using this. So what you want to do is just get your hip against the wall. And once you're there, and you might want a blanket for this. If your floor is hard, you might just, let it just kind of have a fold so it's a little softer. And then you're going to just shimmy the legs up and kind of scooch against the wall. Your arms are going to open up in a T so that your chest is fully open, the heart space is open. And then you're just going to breathe here. You may want to add an eye pillow or maybe a blanket over the eyes, or just anything if you want to block out any light. And we'll be here for a little while. I'll read to you some of the benefits. This is one of the most beneficial poses that we can do. This helps with headaches, reduces swelling in the ankles, calms the nervous system. So just allow yourself to settle in. I'll give you a halfway count when we're through. Maybe begin with some belly breathing, just inhaling, blowing the belly out like you have a balloon inside. And as you exhale, you pull the navel into the spine. So think inhale big, exhale small. If your mind feels busy, you can add in breath counting. So you inhale for a count of 4, hold it at the top, then see if you can exhale for 8 or 10. This is an anxiety breath. This will kick in that parasympathetic, which is what we're working with restorative yoga. Even 5 minutes a day of restorative yoga heals the effects of chronic stress. So you're literally resetting your nervous system with this practice. Because the antidote to stress is relaxation. Halfway through the shake. Check the quality of your mind. Notice if you were lost in thinking. Don't judge yourself. Just bring it back to the body, to the breath. Legs up the wall gets blood flowing to all parts of the body. Helps with arthritis, high or low blood pressure. Helps with respiratory ailments, headaches, cramps. Regulates blood flow. Relieves swollen ankles. Helps with fertility, improves digestion, restores your tired feet and legs, stretches the back of the neck, the front of the torso, the back of the legs, improves problems of your eyes and ears, relieves mild backache, provides migraine and headache relief, especially if you do it with a bandage or a wrap around the eyes and forehead so there's a tight pressure. Helps keep you young and vital, calms anxiety, relieves symptoms of mild depression and insomnia. That's a lot, right? So we want to do this almost every day. I do it at night before bed, listening to a meditation. Be here just a little over a minute.
So slowly just begin bringing awareness back to your breath. Maybe beginning to open the eyes or removing the eye pillow if you're using one. And just begin walking the feet down the wall, kind of coming into a squat against the wall, maybe hugging the knees in. Just rolling from left hip to right hip a few times. This massages your kidney band. And then to get out of it, we're just going to roll to the right and meet me in a seated position to set up for our next shape. I'm going to show it to you first. So we're moving into fish pose, and I'm going to use a bolster, but I'll show you how to use a block too. So, or if you have a big pillow, what you're going to want to do is bring the bolster to your low back, and you're really wanting to open the chest and bring the arms back. So this is a chest opener, and you may want it, this using a block is a little more intense. You want it for like where a woman's bra strap goes. So if you're using a block, your head's going to go back, so you may want to add in. You don't want your neck like jacked backwards. So there you might, if you're using a block, you would roll up a little blanket for the head support. You could also use a pillow or a rolled up blanket. The goal is to have something kind of pressing against the back so the chest opens. This is fish pose. So find your shape. You may have to play with it and readjust. But the main thing is that the back, you feel that opening of the chest by pressing into the back with whatever prop you're using. Arms will be open, legs are straight. You can add back in the eye pillow if you have one. Just come back to your deep breathing. Just check in with the face and the jaw. Make sure you're not clenching anywhere.
Fish pose stretches your hip flexors, relieves tension in the neck, throat, and shoulders. Stretches and tones the front of your neck. Stretches and stimulates the organs of your belly and your throat. Strengthens your upper back, relieves stress and irritation, improves posture. It's therapeutic for asthma and other respiratory illnesses, but it's also a good one to serve mild depression because your chest is open. And if you think of depression, we kind of withdraw and close in. So this is a chest or chest expander. It's like opening up the heart space. We're over halfway through. We'll be here a few more minutes. allowing yourself to come back to the breath. To get out of fish pose, we're just going to bring the feet up so the knees are bent, the feet are flat. We're going to shift to the right and just press up, and then you're going to want to remove any props you have. And for the next shape, you may want a blanket for under the knees. So we will be shifting into child's pose, but we're going to take a few cat-cows first. So for child's pose, you're going to want a blanket for under the knees and either a big, probably the biggest pillow or bolster that you have, and I'll show you how we'll set that up in a minute. So kind of have the pillow nearby, have your blanket down so that it's soft under the knees. And then you will meet me in tabletop. And once you are there, just check that your wrists are stacked under the shoulders and your knees are stacked under the hips. So we're stacking joints. And you want, as you inhale, you're going to drop the belly and you're going to gaze up. As you exhale, press the palms, tilting your pelvic bone, rounding the spine, bringing chin to chest last. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round, chin to chest. Just move very slowly at your own pace through these two shapes. The most important thing is that you're breathing. Just try to feel through every vertebrae as it's bending. This is another pose we should probably do every day. It moves your spine in every possible position, which we don't do because we're seated, driving, or at desks, computers. So this will keep your spine healthy. It lubricates the spine. All the energy centers are located along the spine. And maybe one more full round. And then meet me back in neutral. And from here, we will bring the knees as wide as the mat. The big toes touch, so you're bringing them together behind you, and then we sit back onto the heels. And then I'm going to bring my pillow. You're going to kind of bring it between the legs, like we're straddling the pillow. So your biggest or longest one, because we're going to fold forward onto it. You're going to bring your head down like so that it's comfy. And you can either have your head turned to one side, and when I call halftime, I'll cue you to switch the head, or you can have the head forward, whatever's comfortable. So set yourself up here, come back to your breathing, maybe back to the breath counting, inhaling for 4, holding, exhaling for 6 or 8. We're about halfway through our shape. If you want to switch your head position to the other side. We'll be here just another minute. Begin to bring the awareness back to the body. And we'll begin by lifting the head and walking the hands. We come into an upright position and just set the props aside. And let's take a quick downward dog just to straighten the legs after being in that position. So you're just going to press the palms, lift the tailbone up to the ceiling, pressing your heels toward the mat, maybe walking them out. Just taking a few little bits of movement here. And we're going to come back down and set up for our last shape before Shavasana. So for this one, you're going to need 3 pillows. So I'm going to use the bolster for my back. We're going to move into reclined butterfly pose. And so you may want your blanket, your eye pillow. I'm going to use 2 blocks for under my knees, but you can use pillows. So if you set up the knees first, you're going to bring the soles of your feet together, and then you would put a pillow under each knee, unless you have blocks like me, which aren't quite as soft. So I would actually prefer pillows for restorative. And then your third pillow is for the back so that we're completely supported. The knees are supported, the back is supported, then you hold it as you lay back so it doesn't shoot out from under you. Then the blanket to cover up. Maybe you wrap it around your feet. That's what I would do in restorative when I could touch students before COVID. And then if you have the eye pillow, so you want to be totally comfy. And then once you have the knees supported with a pillow under each, hold the pillow, lay back. You want your hands, I'm going to give you a couple options. One is to do a mudra where you cross the fingers like this and rest them on the heart. Or you could just have the arms open up, maybe on the belly. Whatever feels comfortable. You just want to make sure you're totally supported by the pillows under the knees and the pillow under the back. And just allow yourself to settle in. Come back to the breath. Just check in with the jaw, face, make sure you're not clenching the teeth. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Check the space between our eyebrows that we tend to wrinkle up. Maybe coming back to full belly breathing here. As you inhale, blowing the belly out. As you exhale, pulling the belly toward the spine. We'll be here just a few more minutes, over halfway through. This single yoga pose is kind of like legs up the wall. It has immense benefits all wrapped up into one pose. It activates the organs in the belly, the ovaries, the bladder, pancreas, kidneys, prostate gland. It elevates the blood flow throughout the body. It relieves stress and anxiety. It helps cure mild depression. It's a hip opener, which means you'll have better mobility of the hips, better blood flow. Helps with flexibility. Stretches the groin, thighs, knees, which is important if you're sitting a lot. But it's one of the most calming poses. So it has a calming effect almost as if you're on vacation. It improves concentration, better posture. It also reduces headaches. It releases the happy hormones, which we all need. Helps with menstrual cramps, menopause, better digestion. It does a lot. It's another good one to maybe try while listening to a meditation. Just bringing your awareness back to the body. Just begin deepening your breath. Maybe removing the props from under the knees, allowing the legs to straighten. And then from here, you might want to keep the pillow under the back. We're moving into Shavasana. So you want your legs straight, and I'm going to be taking you through a progressive muscle relaxation, but you can do it with the pillow under your back. So also, if you wanted to do, if it's hard for you to stay flat, you could put the bolster under your knees, under the knee fold where it creases, and just have the legs kind of straight over that. So you have a couple options, whatever's comfortable, whether maybe you do a pillow under the knees and a pillow under the back. Just allow the feet to flop open. Let the shoulders melt onto the surface beneath you. Let's take a few cleansing breaths before we start the muscle relaxation. So just inhale through the nose, then sigh it out through your mouth. 2 more cleansing breaths, just like that. Inhaling through the nose, sighing it out through the mouth. 1 more. Just allow yourself to be totally comfortable, closing the eyes. I want you to take a deep breath in and just notice the feeling of the air filling your lungs, and hold your breath for just a few seconds. 1, 2, 3. Release the breath slowly and let the tension leave your body. Taking another deep breath. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Again, slowly release the air. Even slower now. We'll take 1 more breath. Filling up the lungs, holding the air. 1, 2, 3. Slowly release the breath and imagine the feeling of tension leaving your body. Now move your attention to your feet. Begin to tense your feet by curling the toes and the arch of your foot. Hold the tension. Notice what it feels like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the tension in your feet. Notice this new feeling of relaxation. Next, begin to focus on your lower leg. Tense the muscles in your calves. Hold them tightly and pay attention to the feeling of tension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Let all tension go. Again, notice this feeling of relaxation. Remember to continue taking deep breaths. Next, tense the muscles of the upper leg and pelvis. You can do this by tightly squeezing your thighs together. Make sure you feel tenseness, but not to the point of strain. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Feel all tension leave the muscles. Begin to tense your stomach and chest. You can do this by sucking the stomach in. Squeeze harder, hold the tension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Allow the body to go limp. Let yourself notice this new feeling of relaxation. Continue taking deep breaths. Breathe in slowly. Notice the air. Fill your lungs. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Release the air again. Feel it leaving your lungs. Next, tense the muscles in your back by bringing your shoulders together behind you. Holding them tightly. Tense them as hard as you can without straining. Keep holding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the tension from your back. Feel the tension slowly leaving your body, this new feeling of relaxation. Notice how different your body feels when we allow it to relax. Now tense your arms all the way from your hands to your shoulders. Make a fist, squeeze all the way up your arm, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the tension from your arms and shoulders. Notice the feeling of relaxation in the fingers, hands, arms, shoulders. Notice how your arms feel limp and at ease. Now move up to the neck and head. Tense your face and your neck by distorting the muscles around the eyes and mouth. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the tension again. Notice this new feeling of relaxation. Finally, let's tense the entire body, everything we've just done. Tense your feet, legs, stomach, chest, arms, head, neck, face. Tense harder, no straining. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Allow the whole body to go limp. Pay attention to this feeling of relaxation. Just allow the body to melt. Allow the bones to feel heavy and weighted. Shavasana. Slowly begin to bring awareness back to the body. Maybe starting with small movements, just wiggling the fingers, toes. Move to circling the wrists in each direction, the ankles. Maybe point the toes, reach the arms overhead, arch your back, take a full body stretch. Maybe hug the knees into the chest. Just make any movements. Make your way onto your right side. Maybe lay there for just a minute. And when you feel ready, you can meet me on tabletop. Not tabletop. I don't know where I just got that. Meet me in the seated position. I was starting another class. Meet me in seated. And I'll leave you with this quote I found this week that I saved. The only thing that matters is how much you love. In the end, it doesn't matter what your body looks like, how successful your career is, how big your house is, how advanced your yoga practice is, or what your bank statement says. Let me repeat this. The only important thing that matters is how much you love. Your purpose on this earth is to love. And then just bring the hands, heart center, reconnect with your breath. Bowing mind to heart. May you have peace in your mind, peace and love in your heart. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me, everyone. It's so fun to see your faces. I hope you're enjoying the videos. We're going to be adding new ones next weekend. More restorative, more yin, things like that. You can always email us what you want more of, and we'll try to add those in.